Well, good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of Jack and Tanya, may I welcome you to Horwood House and thank you for coming to share their wedding day. All weddings take place in a framework of family and friends, and you're the very special people that Jack and Tanya have chosen to be with them on this memorable day. I know it means a great deal to them that you can be here to share their happiness and to witness their marriage vows. First of all, a couple of introductions. This is my colleague Tara. Tara is the registrar today, and it's her duty to ensure that all the legal requirements for marriage are met, to complete the legal paperwork and observe the marriage ceremony. My name is Jill Furtado, and I'm one of the Deputy Superintendent Registrars in Buckinghamshire. And Tara and I are delighted to be here today. It really is an honour and a privilege to be conducting your wedding. Well, looking around, you all look far too young to remember the days when you could only get married in a church or a register office. I mean, if there is anyone over the age of 50, yeah, you might remember that the law changed in 1994, which meant venues such as these could be used for civil marriages. So before we begin the ceremony, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about this place where we meet today, Horwood House. I'm sure you'll agree that Horwood House provides a wonderful setting for a marriage. Firstly, the house is not quite as old as it appears to be. It was built in 1911 for a wealthy Irish businessman, Frederick Denny, who made his fortune in sausages. Okay. The brief given by Frederick Denny was that the house should be reasonably imposing, but compact enough to be comfortable. And it was supposed to be a copy of a house that he'd seen down in the West Country. The house is of old russet bricks, which were imported from the Netherlands, and reclaimed tiles were used for the gabled roof, which gives an appearance of a much older building than it really is. As you can imagine, life was very different in those days, and there was an army of servants employed to run the house. And the very first child to be born to at the house here was actually to the head gardener. Now, some of the over 50 who grew up watching Blue Peter may be surprised to know that the first baby born here was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Thrower, Percy Thrower. That means absolutely nothing to you, doesn't it? Percy Thrower was like one of the first celebrity gardeners that we had. And he was the Blue Peter gardener, okay? As I say, it's only of interest to this gentleman here. The only one old enough to remember. The Dennys sold the house and farmland in the 1940s in various lots. And the house and the gardens here were sold at auction for the princely sum of, any ideas? £20,000. Wouldn't that be lovely? Eh? We're all gathered here today to witness the marriage of Jack and Tanya and to celebrate their vows of matrimony. This day is very important to them. The vows they're about to make will not only give each of their individual lives a new sense of commitment, strength and purpose, but will also unite them as they embark on this special journey and relationship together. Jack and Tanya, marriage is the desire of two people to share their lives and their experiences with each other, with a willingness to accept each other for who they are. The commitment you make will join your lives together, and the life you agree to share will bind all your hopes and aspirations for the future. However, before you're joined in matrimony, I have to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows that you're about to make. Marriage in this country means the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Right, a little bit of work now. Can I get you two to stand? Do you want to pop your flowers on here? Yeah. So I'd like you both to declare the full names by which you're known today. So to the groom, what is your full name?
Jack Francis Springford.
Lovely. And the bride, what is your full name?
Tanya Mary Rendell.
And Jack, do you freely and willingly enter into marriage today with Tanya?
I do.
It's a very good answer. Well done. And the bride, do you freely and willingly enter into marriage today with Jack?
I do.
Perfect. Before the marriage ceremony takes place, I have to address you with the following rather formal words. The place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned by law for the celebration of marriage. You are here today to witness the joining in marriage of Jack Francis Springford and Tanya Mary Rendell. If any person here present knows of any lawful reason why this marriage should not be entered into, they should declare it now. Gosh, even the children are quiet. I think they want you to get married. Perfect. I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you do not know of any legal reason why you may not be married to each other. So please repeat the following words after me. Again, starting with you, Jack. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Jack Francis Springford.
Why I, Jack Francis Springford.
May not be joined in marriage.
Not be joined in marriage.
To Tanya Mary Rendell.
To Tanya Mary Rendell.
Well done. Okay. I declare that I know.
I declare that I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Tanya Mary Rendell.
Why I, Tanya Mary Rendell.
May not be joined in marriage.
May not be joined in marriage.
To Jack Francis Springford. That's all right.
What's this one?
Well done. You can have a little rest now. Do you want to take seats again?
Maybe once in a lifetime, you find someone that not only touches your heart, but your soul. Someone who loves you for who you are. A soulmate, the one person in the world that knows you better than anyone else. Someone who makes you a better person. Well, actually, they don't make you a better person. You do that yourself because they inspire you. A soulmate is someone who you carry with you always. Someone who accepted you and believed in you before anybody else did. And no matter what happens, you'll always love them. And nothing will ever change that. Tanya and Jack, today you are surrounded by your loved ones, all here to wish you well, watching as you start this new chapter of your story. The memories you have yet to make and those you've already shared, you will carry with you forever. Take the time to live today as your marriage begins. Soak up this special moment. Tanya, words can never say how proud I am of you today and every day. You are my sister, my best friend, and nothing makes me happier or laugh more than a day with you. If I had to do this life 100 times over and choose a sister, it would always be you. And Jack, you would never know how grateful I am for you, for how happy you've made Tanya. Two beautiful souls, perfectly matched, both passionate, loving and caring. And I speak on behalf of everyone when I say how blessed we are to have you both in our lives, and we're wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness forever.
Hardly a dry eye in the house. Marriage is where each partner cares for the other and supports them in all that they do. It's a partnership where they can share their strengths and their weaknesses, their hopes and fears, and there's a mutual bond of love, respect, trust and friendship. It requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to recognise that occasionally maybe one of you could just possibly be wrong, and the strength to put things right. And in my experience, I think a sense of humour is very important too. Today you will pledge to each other not only your love, but also the strength, warmth, and most importantly, the joy of true friendship as you make your marriage vows before us all, your witnesses, family and friends. Can I get you to stand again, please? Let's make that for you. Would you like that? Well, the solemn moment has arrived for Jack and Tanya to take their marriage vows, so I'd like to invite you to stand if you're able to support them for this special moment. So if you two want to, you can hold hands if you want to. Well, actually, just wait a minute because your dad's got to pass you everything. Sorry. It's during this marriage ceremony that we recognise the special relationship between a father and daughter. Mindful of this, I ask, who brings this lady in marriage to this man? Would you like to come forward? So if you just take Tanya's hand and pass it over to Jack. Any top tips, you feel free to give him that. Okay, thank you very much. That's lovely. Okay, so if you two want to just face each other. Jack and Tanya, you've come here today to join not only your hands, but also your hearts. These are perhaps the most important words you will ever say to each other. Will you now pledge your vows in marriage to each other by repeating these words after me? Okay, Jack. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present.
To witness that I, Jack Francis Springford.
To witness that I, Jack Francis Springford.
Do take thee, Tanya Mary Rendell.
Do take thee, Tanya Mary Rendell.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
I promise to care for you.
Promise to care for you.
Remain true to you.
Remain true to you.
And above all, to love you and respect you always.
And above all, to love you and respect you always.
Okay. He did that very well, didn't he? No pressure, Tanya. You're right. Okay. I call upon these persons here present.
I call upon these persons here present
To witness that I, Tanya Mary Rendell.
to witness that I, Tanya Mary Rendell,
Do take thee, Jack Francis Springford.
do take thee, Jack Francis Springford,
To be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I promise to care for you.
I promise to care for you,
Remain true to you.
remain true to you,
And above all, to love you
and above all love you,
and respect you always.
and respect you always.
Well done. The guests can take their seats now. See, you've done it. It's become a tradition in this country for a marriage to be sealed by the exchanging of rings. The wedding ring is the unbroken circle symbolising unending and everlasting love. It's the outward sign of the lifelong promise that these two have made to each other. Now we have a very special ring bearer today, Finley, who's going to come forward with the rings. That's lovely. Well done, Finley. That's great. So, do you want to just take, put it on the table and just take Tanya's ring? That's it. Hold it on the tip of her wedding ring finger. And then just hold it on the tip and then repeat. Tanya, I give you this ring.
Tanya, I give you this ring
As a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love
And as a symbol of our marriage.
and as a symbol of our marriage.
Push that one. Perfect fit. Excellent. Okay, Tanya, do you want to take? Just hold it on the tip of his finger. Jack, I give you this ring.
Jack, I give you this ring
As a sign of my love.
as a sign of my love
And as a symbol of our marriage.
and as a symbol of our marriage.
Push that one. Perfect fit. Those rings aren't going anywhere, ladies. Right, you can have another sit down now. Let's bring that round for you. Okay. Well, it's time for our second reading now, which Lauren is going to present.
A soulmate is someone who has locks that fits our keys and keys to fit our locks. When we feel safe enough to open the locks, our truest selves step out and we can be completely and honestly who we are. We can be loved for who we are and not for who we're pretending to be. Each unveils the best part of the other. No matter what else goes wrong around us, with that one person, we're safe in our own paradise. Our soulmate is someone who shares our deepest longings, our sense of direction, when we're two balloons and together our direction is up. Chances are we found the right person. Our soulmate is the one who makes life come to life.
My little brother. Sorry. You share a love with Tanya that is truly special. You complement every part of each other perfectly. You have an undeniable bond built on strong foundations of trust, support, and respect. You have always been protective, unconditionally caring at times, and my rock. To say I'm proud to stand here today is an understatement. I've witnessed you both build this incredible life together over the years, and you are and always will be an inspiration to me. May your journey from here be filled with laughter, endless adventures, and unforgettable memories, and may you continue to bring out the best in each other always. Forever soulmates.
Jack and Tanya, today is the beginning of a new chapter in your life as you've both made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your friends, family and witnesses gathered here. The vows you have made to each other are a formal and public pledge of your love. Remember what brought you together. Well, who? I think Laura's to thank for this, isn't she? Yeah, well done, Laura. Who needs Tinder when you've got a sister, eh? And concentrate on the good things in your relationship. You have made this commitment to each other today, trusting in your love and the future you wish to share together. Each of you can be there for the other when you most need a friend to turn to, with the confidence that your relationship may overcome whatever the future might bring. You may laugh together in joy, sometimes grieve together in sorrow, and grow together with love and respect for the rest of your lives. This day marks the start of a new phase of your life together. It's a milestone in your relationship, which I hope you'll look back upon with much pleasure. And I know that everyone present here today joins with me in hoping that the love you so clearly have for each other will deepen and grow ever stronger throughout the years to come. Do you want to stand up for one last time? Well, I have one last task to perform, which is an absolute pleasure. And that is to say that now Jack and Tanya have made these very solemn promises to each other in front of you all today and made a lifelong commitment to each other, I'm delighted to announce they are now legally married and known as husband and wife. Jack, would you like to give your wife a kiss? Well, I get to be the very first to congratulate you and wish you lots of love and laughter in the future. You're welcome. One thing getting married, but good to have some evidence. So Tara's been busy there in the corner.
Many, many congratulations on your wedding today, and we wish you all the best for the future and many, many happy years together. Congratulations.
Somebody respond.
Somebody responsible in the room. You're the most responsible person in the room.
So Tanya and I have done our job for today. It's now over to you, lovely people, to make sure this couple have an afternoon and evening to remember. You're all up for that? Yeah. Thought you might be. So in a moment, I'm going to get ready to lead you out to begin the celebrations. But before I do that, I'd just like to say thank you very much to Noah the harpist. And Laura and Lauren for your wonderful readings. You made everybody cry. And for being bridesmaids, and for being witnesses, and for introducing them in the first place. And have they made the cake? Or and most of all, a very special thank you to this young man down here, Finley, who presented the rings. Right, so if you want to come round the front. Now, Jack, you should be on that side. So you've got your sword arm free. Don't forget your flowers. That's it. Right, you'll notice you've all got confetti. If you could have that ready. And if you try throwing it upwards, apparently you get a better photo. So if I could ask you all, please, to give a huge round of applause. If you could please stand as I present to you. Are you ready? Mr. and Mrs. Springford.